Hi, Aunt Tam here. I want to thank you for coming to Just the Ask Aunt Tam Haven. This is a safe place that you can come, get to know us, find out what we're all about, and be able to get your questions answered without feeling that, it's not okay to ask, because it is very okay to ask questions here. Today, I have on my panelist with me my very special guest. She is not only a friend, but a great mentor and one of the legends in the Legends Network. Janet Legier. Hi, Janet.
Hey, Tamara, great to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Really looking forward to hanging out with you here and talking a bit about what's on your mind.
That's great. Well, I want to talk about, a little bit about your background and kind of like then go into some of your mentoring that you've done with me and I just want to let people to know what kind of mentoring that they can get with joining with us, because this is what's helped me to get to where I need to go, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So give me a little bit about your background. What have you done? Where are you going? I know you are the owner of CLB, and just where just let us know who you are.
Well, I think most people, thank you, my love. I have the best husband in the world, number one. My husband, Don, we have been working from home for 15 years now. October celebrates our 15th year in internet marketing. We've developed several very successful income streams over the years. And mostly, I've spent my time teaching others how to do what I do, because I found as we developed and grew here on the internet that building my list was what really helped us grow a business. And that list has gone with me through these years. It's helped us create a tremendous amount of success. And we've developed several programs that we use to help teach people to do that. In 2003, I wrote my first ebook and launched our first affiliate program called the Contact List Builder. And we relaunched the Contact List Builder in 2011. So wow, 3 years ago already. Mm-hmm. Time flies, and we're pretty excited about where we're going with the Contact List Builder. I feel that we have a much simpler process. The truth is that 11 years ago, building a list on the internet was not as simple as it is now. Doing things wasn't as automated as it is now. Nowadays, it's pretty simple to get a lead capture page out there and start developing that list. That's not hard. Building a list is mechanical, as I tell everyone, and there's nothing magic about doing it. And I love teaching people how to use the technology on the internet to find those subscribers. Where the challenge comes in, and it's been my challenge for 15 years, is really helping people to get over themselves, to overcome their limiting beliefs, as you know, Tamara, and really moving forward to learn how to reach out to those people that they're getting on their list, all those subscribers. So they're getting all these subscribers, but they're not doing anything with them. And so my challenge has always been to help people understand, number one, the importance of connecting with those people, number two, knowing how to do that. And you, by the way, Tamara, do a phenomenal job of that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, another thing that you have besides the Contact List Builder is I want to talk about what I feel is the most important part of Contact List Builder, and that's the mentoring. And then I know that you have the Morning Motivator. You want to talk a little bit about how that came about and how, how you've helped a lot of people see what they need to do personally to build and be that person they want to be.
Well, that's kind of two areas there, mentoring and the Morning Motivator. They kind of go hand in hand. And over the years, I've worked with a lot of people, one-on-one and in groups, and mentoring is different to everyone. I'll work with anybody who's willing to listen, and I feel that I have a gift to see inside people, get inside them to really understand what's holding them back, some of the things that they may not even be aware of, and I truly feel I have a gift to sense that in someone, and not everybody is ready for that. And so mentoring is really personal. You have to connect with a person and really want to hear what that mentor is going to say. So a true mentor is going to be perfectly honest with you. They're not going to sugarcoat it. They're not going to, be Miss Nice Guy, because that isn't getting results. And so sometimes as a mentor we have to use a little bit of what we call tough love to help you really see those limitations that are holding you back. So my goal in life is to help as many people as I can really overcome those limitations so they can be and do and have anything they want to. The Morning Motivator is going to be celebrating 3 years of activity come January, and it was recommended to me by a friend in another program. Her name is Mia, and she recommended that I do a motivational call every day, because whenever I do a lot of training calls, and all my training calls, I'm always motivating people. I'm always positive and happy. And she said, you know, you should have do a motivational call every day. And I didn't look at her. I looked at the computer. I said, are you nuts? I don't have time to do another webinar, another call every day. My goodness, I don't have time to plan and do all this. And you know, I went to sleep for the night, and during the night, of course, the universe, as it does, always directs me, and I just shook my head and I thought, how bad could it be to plan something that's motivational every day, to do a quick 15-minute talk, read a quote or a story or a saying. And so I started doing the Morning Motivator every day. I just invited my groups to come and join us, and we would share a quote, share some positive stories, talk about things and challenges. And I'm not even sure when we started reading the Law of Attraction books. It's got to be 1.5 years ago, if not more, because we've read a lot of them. So we started reading the Esther Hicks books, Law of Attraction, The Vortex. We did Money and the Law of Attraction, The Power of Emotions. We did The Power of Deliberate Intent. And then we went on and read Ask and It Is Given, and decided that that was our favorite book of all time. And I think that's about when you came into Morning Motivator, was when we were doing Ask and It Is Given. We've read it twice, and we're probably going to do it again, because it's a very powerful book that has a very powerful message. And it's a great way to get people started into this thinking that they can change their life simply by changing their thoughts. So the last 3 years have been quite a discovery for us on the Morning Motivator, especially for me. I tell everyone who comes on the calls that I feel very selfish, because I really feel that I get more out of that call than anybody, because I don't know, it's just, I feel the energy in that room. I feel everybody really working hard there to change the way they think, and really working hard to be happier people, and understand that that's what life is all about, is enjoying the journey and being a part of it, and just really taking control of your life and not letting other people do it. Because if you don't take control of it, someone else is going to control it for you. And it all starts right here with our thoughts. So it's been a work in progress, and I'm looking forward to many more years of the Morning Motivator. And I love having you on our call, Tamara. You're a big inspiration to everyone.
Well, thank you. That, you know, I was going to say, you know, when I came in, I was doing the Asking It Is Given, and I kind of, you know, experienced kind of that thought before. My brother, you know, as you know, passed away, and then he's come to me, and I was like a half awake, half asleep, and it's like, was that really true? Did that really happen? And because of that experience, it helped set me up to what I was going to experience when I read Asking It Is Given. And even though, you know, it still seemed kind of foreign to me until we got into doing Louise Hay, The Power Is Within You. And we just had a major breakthrough this past week, and thank you for, there you go, that's it, the power is within you, is understanding your inner child. So now that, you know, now that I can take care of this inner child, I'm ready to break out and just really go out there and do that, because now I know I got the, you know, actually I brought my little child with me. There she is. That's a little Goo-Goo. She's still my friend. Yeah. So I dug her out today, and she sits right here at my desk with me. But I'm ready to move forward, and I want to ask you, you know, if you don't mind, is that where you saw me when I first came in to even getting into Contact List Builder, and then how we grew together, and then to where I'm coming now. I just kind of want to know your perspective of it, because, you know, like you said, you do give that tough love. You know, like the other day, you know, wanting to change my limiting beliefs, and I still need my mentor, and that's awesome. But I'm just letting everybody know that there is a starting point, and that's with the mentor, and then moving forward. So where do you see me, you know, from when I came in to where I'm at now, and what potentials do you see us going together with growing Contact List Builder?
Well, you know, Tamara, when I was first connected with you, you had leadership qualities in that you You weren't shy to participate. You participated in the group. You asked questions. You answered wherever you could. You helped. You were eager to learn everything, and you were very good at learning. I found you absorbed knowledge very well. You were very good at mechanical things. If you had instructions, you did it. No problem. There's the instructions. I could do it. It's done. I can do it. It's done. It's done. I get it. I understand it. And you were awesome at that. You were lacking some self-confidence. Actually, we discovered as you became a leader and started becoming more of a leader at Contact List Builder, the lack of confidence really started to come forward, because although you started out becoming a leader, you allowed this lack of confidence to come forward, and you weren't sure of yourself. You weren't sure you were doing things right, and you were still looking for edification elsewhere. And I remember we had a heart-to-heart one day, and I remember I said to you, like, whoa, where's the leader I connected with? What happened to her? Where did you go? Come back, because that's who I needed. And you saw where those limits were, and you saw, you're right, there's that different person. There's this person here who still wasn't confident. And the one area I've seen you grow the most in is your self-confidence and the less and less of a need for edification. And don't get me wrong, okay? We always need edification. We're always wanting to hear that people like what we have to say. What we need to learn is to ignore it when people don't like what we have to say. But it does feel good when people like what we have to say, when they, give us positive feedback. We have to recognize when people give us maybe negative criticism or negative feedback, it's time to step back and look at it and think, is that actually true? Is that what's really happening with me? And then take the steps to fix it. And what excites me about working with you, Tamara, is you don't let anything stand in your way. You are quite willing to see the limitations that have stood in your way and to knock them down. And you are just knocking walls down left, right, and center. And all I see for you is the brightest future ever. And I'm just glad that you're working with me side by side, because I'd be lost without you, to be honest with you. You've become like my right-hand gal, my best friend, and somebody I can talk to and chat to, but somebody I can rely on. And that has meant a lot to me, to be working with somebody that I know I can rely on 100%. And as far as moving forward, well, we both know where that's going with the Legends Network and Contact List Builder and the new TLN destinations. We're going to be going places, that's for sure. I'm excited about the team that we're developing together. I'm excited about us mentoring everyone else together to help them create better lives for themselves. And with the Legends Network, with the interviews that are there to help us grow, with the TLN destinations, my goodness, people who have never been able to afford to travel before all of a sudden are going to be all over the map, because they're going to be making tons of money with the Legends Network, and they'll be able to use all those travel discounts to spend very little of that money they're making to travel anywhere they want. So I'm looking forward, actually, Tamara, to using the TLN destinations. That got me thinking yesterday when we were on the call about our Morning Motivator Retreat. So we had planned on a Morning Motivator Retreat in 2015, and we're going to definitely move ahead with that. And so I'm looking forward to see what's available in our TLN destinations, so we can actually start planning and booking the Morning Motivator Retreat. So that's what I'm looking forward to moving forward. The Legends Network and our retreat with Morning Motivator. It's going to be fun.
It is. I'm excited, and through the growth and I have been in network marketing or online, let's say, for 8 years, and we met back in, was around Christmas time that we connected, and and it's still been 9 months, and I'm still not where I want to be, but I did more growing in the past 9 months being with you than I did the 7 years I was before that. And and I'm just grateful that that was the thing that I was finding out, that when I first got online, my father asked me to find out how to make money online. Well, once I got online, then all the emotion stuff started happening, and like, well, why isn't this working? Why isn't that working? I'm doing what I've been told to do. Why am I not? And it's all that I found out is internal, and you have that power within you. And and it was just only only about not even a month or so that I even started doing these hangouts and getting out there and promoting who I am, and step by step things are new things are developing. I started off with just the hangout. Now we have the Just Ask Aunt Tam, because it's like, who am I? Who am I really? As you know, I was never blessed with children, but yeah, I was an Aunt Tam, so I decided, and with your encouragement, to go be who I am, and that's what everybody else has to do, and that's what this mentoring is all about. I've gotten a major breakthrough, and when you mentioned, we were talking about putting banners on a site, and like, well, make your own banner. Well, I don't know if you've seen it yet or not, but I did just that. I have my own banner now, and it's branding me, not as CLB, not as TLN, but as me as a person, with these tools and resources to help grow at the same time. So that way people get to know who I am. So with that, I was just wondering, what can we find, what kind of, I guess I can't, I want us to meet, and I want us to meet often, and that's why I'm saying we need to have these retreats, and maybe more than once a year. I don't know, hey, if we can do this destination, that's awesome. But as far as and I understand you're writing a book, so and I'm thinking about go ahead and getting a book, and your daughter Tina publishes. Can you talk to me a little bit more about your book and getting it published, and where we're going in the future with that, and encouraging me to think about sitting down and writing my own book?
Well, the book is something that's been inside me for a long time. I've been wanting to tell my story. I feel that it can help a lot of women, a lot of people out there in general, and involved it. It's funny because I think a lot of people think it's going to be an internet marketing book, Janet's success book, and that's not what it is at all. It's really a book about focusing on being happy, and it'll be the story of how focusing on happy was what really helped me survive a lot of terrible things as a child and as a young adult, and all through my life I can look back and know that I always, when the situation wasn't where I wanted it to be, I focused on what I wanted. I wasn't doing this consciously, and it wasn't until we started doing the law of attraction and when I did Tools to Life back in 2002, that really started me on the path of deliberate thinking. And I realized that all my life I had been using those strategies unconsciously, that I was unconsciously creating things by my thinking and my thoughts. I could look back and see it. I could see where I was focused on happy things, and that was all I focused on, was the happy part of things. Looking back as I was going through therapy, I unraveled all the things that weren't happy, because I really wasn't a happy person inside. I was a very happy person outside, and for the most part I was a happy person, but there was that inner child in me that was anything but happy. And so it was a 12-year journey into myself that just uncovered a lot of emotion, I must say, and a lot of history, and it uncovered a lot of happiness. And I'm really pleased with myself that I was able to get through all that, and I know that my story will help others to reach out and change their lives, because there comes a point, as we talked about this morning on Morning Motivator, there comes a point in your life that no matter what's happened to you, no matter who did what to you, you're an adult now. You're a grown-up right now, and even if you're in a relationship that isn't healthy for you, you're an adult. You need to make those decisions to be in a healthy relationship. It doesn't mean you have to leave that relationship. It just means that you have to be healthier in it. And I discovered that I was not in a healthy relationship, and did manage to go through that and get a divorce. Meet the man of my dreams, my Don. We met online back 16 years ago. And then a year later, we found ourselves both with the opportunity to work from home. And here we are today, 15 years later, having the time of our lives, living the life of our dreams. Are we where we want to be? For the most part, yeah. The only place where we're increasing every day is our financial situation. That's, with all the ups and downs over the years, yeah, we've made some choices that didn't go the right way. Trust me, our businesses have been doing well and will continue to do well. That's what excites me, is that, because I've spent all these years building a list, because I have the resources, it's pretty easy to flip a switch and turn things on and help people to really do the same thing. And I know it's easy to make these changes. I also know that it's a lot of work. And I just want to encourage people to find that happy place. So my book isn't about internet marketing at all. It is about life. It's about finding your happy button. And each book will come with a happy button. So the Staples easy button? we're going to have a Be Happy button, and it's going to be included with each book. And the title of the book is Get Stuck on Happy, and I'm working on the subtitles right now. I haven't decided what the subtitle will be. I have to do that because Tina wants to register the ISBN number, which is the number that each book title gets, and then we're good to go. We intend to have it published next October, so you'll see it on the shelves October, November of next year. It may be published before that, depends how much I get going on writing it. I'm coming a long way with the tips, so it's going to be tips and strategies to help you find your happy button. Right now I'm saying it's 101 tips to find that happy button, because as you've discovered, Tamara, as we've been working together, that as you look around and you start surrounding yourself with things that feel good, surrounding yourself with pictures. Like when I'm here at Tina's house, I can't look anywhere that I don't feel good. It's like at home. It's just a feel-good place. It's she's a Feng Shui master. She just got her certification, so she's got all these letters behind her name. But her house has been very much Feng Shuied until Dawn and I got here. So there's lots of non-Feng Shui stuff around here right now. However, I mean, the house is so peaceful and beautiful and calm and wonderful. It really is. The energy here is really quite amazing, and it's been quite an experience to help my children learn how to find their happy buttons, and I think that's one of probably my best accomplishments in life, is to really help them come into themselves. And that's what I'm hoping to do with my book, is to help everyone to find that little something, or 101 of them. We can't have too many happy buttons around to remind us that we choose how we respond and react to everything around us. We don't need to respond in ways that don't feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, it's not.
See, that's one thing, like I said, through our mentoring, and that you've helped me find that happy button and find ways to do that, because it seems like once I got online, I stopped being myself. And that's another thing that I want to talk to you about, is being yourself when you're doing this, because and you've told me so many times, Tamara, don't have to be that person. You don't have to do that person. And so needless to say, all of my marketing is going to be shifting away from that, away from my programs, because I don't want to be defined by my programs. I want to be defined by me. And so, so that's why I haven't been posting as much lately, because I have to revamp all of my marketing now, all of my branding. But that being yourself, and that's, you're so rambunctious about being yourself. How can you, and being online, you have to make sure that you don't let go of the things that makes you happy. I enjoy crafts, and I have really literally my crafts 8 years ago, and I'm on my computer from morning to night, and trying to figure out how to do this person or do that person or do it like this person to build it like this person. And now that I'm coming into my own and being just that Aunt Tam, I'm finding that I'm enjoying getting on the computer more. I'm enjoying having to do the safe list, and it's still not my biggest thing, but I don't mind it as much, because I can do it within just a matter of minutes, and then I can get into the fun stuff of starting to do more articles and stuff. So what do you say about being yourself when you're out there and not trying to mimic someone else so much?
Well, that's a really good point, Tamara, and you've been a prime example in this, because sitting back, I'm the ultimate observer, and I could see that, because you're like a little sieve, you want to learn it, and you're watching the masters, and you're learning from all of them, and they all do it a different way, and they're all telling you to say this. One person says to say this, and all I can say is it's good to learn from them. It's good to understand how other people do it, and you can try it. But if it doesn't feel good to you, don't do it. And now let me just take that back just a moment, because sometimes things don't feel good because you've never done them before. But what I'm talking about, does it feel comfortable inside to say those words? If it doesn't feel comfortable to say those words, change the words, make them yours. Take what, and that's another struggle that I've had over the years, is teaching people to take what I do and turn it into their own. Take a letter and just reword it a little bit so it's in your own words, because when I write emails, they're not sales letters. I'm not I will not profess to be a sales copywriter. I write from my heart and I tell people how it is. It works for me, okay? And I think it can work for anyone, because unless you're going to go and take sales copy training, which is quite in depth, you know, and some people have a natural affinity to that, great, go do it. For everybody else, and for the sales copywriters, I'm just going to let you in on a little secret. When you're yourself, people respond more, a lot more. When you're talking to them and asking them to look at something that you're recommending, when you're sharing something that's working for you, when you're sharing something that's happened to you, that's when people get engaged with you. They get involved with you. And I know Val Smith from Legends Network quite often talks about the change in the internet and how it really turned into this numbers game, and just, you know, people became almost, I mean, it was ridiculous for a while. Well, still is. Every day there's new programs coming out, and, you know, just plug your name in here and all of a sudden you're going to be rich, and they come and go. I can't count how many programs have come and gone over 15 years, believe me. And the truth of the matter is, over the last 2, maybe 3 years, we've really started to see a shift in the internet, where people are getting away from the systems. They still use them, but they're starting to, more and more, still not enough, but they are starting to be honest with people. Some of us, as in the Legends Network and here at Contact List Builder and Morning Motivator, we like to be honest with people and tell you that that's really not how it is. You're not going to plug into a system and get rich. The only way you're going to do that is to use those systems to create those leads, and then follow up, make contact, engage, engage, engage. Just like the old day when you had to go offline, you know, go in your neighborhood, go knock on doors, go leave up posters, go, I don't know, however you did it back then, face to face. The internet opens up a whole new door. Look at this with Google Hangouts and with our conference rooms that we use, with Skype calls and Facebook. There's no reason to make personal contact. I mean, I love this. I can see, it's like you're right here in my living room, Tamara. It's awesome. Yeah, I can't, you know, I can't give you a real hug. I can't actually like touch you, but you're right here. I can see you smile. I can feel your energy. We can have a conversation. We can be real. You can be real in text chat. You can actually be real. So if I had any advice for anybody here coming on the internet, learn from the masters. Find out what they do, find out their process, okay? So it's more about the process. What do they do every day? Trust me, I have a process that I do every day. I'm very religious about it. I get up and I do the things I need to do. I get those done, and then I'm out there, like Carl Halverson said, you know, he spends about an hour and a half doing his marketing, which is probably all I do. The rest is making contact with people. So let me ask you, do you want to go offline into the malls and hang out flyers, and go to meetings and shake hands? If that's in your thingy, go do it. It's awesome. There's a lot of people, number one, that's not something that, let's be realistic, they're not going to do it. Number two, maybe they can't. Maybe they don't have that available where they are, or maybe they can't leave the home. They could have other reasons that they're not able to do those things. Well, there's no reason you can't do them right here. You can even be in your pajamas if you want to. You don't need to be on video. I think there's a way I can change this so you actually see a picture and not my video. So the truth is to make contact. Don't be afraid to do it. Let yourself come out. Learn from the masters. Learn their processes. Learn their scripts. But take them and make them your own, because at the end of the day, it's up to you to make conversations with people. So if you're going to approach them like Val Smith, and then they get to know you, and they have a conversation with you, and they're thinking, well, where's this person that prospected me and sounded like this, you know, was reading the script and knew all this stuff, and here's this real person who's nothing like that. And so you want your prospects to get to know you, who you are, because you are perfect the way you are. You don't need to be anyone else. Now, only a little bit of advice I would give you when you're on the internet: be professional, as you are, Tamara. So always be professional. You can be professional and be yourself. You can, you know, I mean, there's one thing to be relaxed. I mean, if you're, you know, I don't know, just be professional. That's all I can say. You don't have to be wearing a suit on the internet, but and you don't have to be dressed up with a ton of makeup in the hair and everything, you know, got to be dolled up. No, you just have to look professional. You have to look presentable, right? You know, make sure you got an ironed shirt, that your area behind you is tidy. I don't know how many times I see people come on video and there's like stacks of stuff and everything is a mess where they are. And you don't want your audience to see that when you're having a conversation with someone. Have your surroundings to be, you know, clean, and you be clean and presentable. Other than that, be yourself. It's okay. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to attract people who like you. Who do you want to work with? I don't know. Tamara, who do you want to work with? People who like you, right?
Right. Exactly. And that's, you know, and that was the thing with me is that, and I've noticed though with the internet, and this is another thing that I wanted to touch bases on. Hey, I'm here to pick your brain, so I hope, you know, so my audience will really understand where the industry is going and how it's going. And a lot of the things that I notice about being on the internet is not having that social skill of going out there and meeting people. And I have a lot of people like, well, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say. And just saying a simple, hi, how are you? And they're like, okay, now what do I say? I got a product I got to sell. And, you know, so where do you see that having to change, and having this, you know, being online and building those social skills? How's the best way to gain those skills if you've never was raised with those skills? You know, parents, like my parents, I go to school and I come straight home. I never hung out with friends afterwards. And as an adult, I only hung out with my sister and her best friend. When I moved to New York, I only hung out with my best friend Donna. So it's like I never really got out and socialized. And now I'm in the forefront of a leadership role here, and I'm needing to go out there and make those connections. And my people are coming to me and says, what do I say? What do you say? Let's have a Legends answer that.
What do you say, Tamara? What do you say to those people?
Well, I'm still, hey, I'm still learning. You know, I'm still developing those social skills. But at least I can say, hi, how are you? I can get that far. But as far as getting to, you know, build that relationship before you even think about asking them into your business, how, you know, talk more about how that social skill and getting that developed.
You know, there's no magic answer for that, and I don't think anybody can teach you how to do that. You just have to do it. We can give you a list of questions to ask people, but at the end of the day, you know, I'll give you some tips, okay? So if you're on Facebook or Skype or anywhere, and you're connected and you're having a conversation with somebody and you want to say, hi, how are you? You need to have a list of questions that you're going to ask that person, you know, kind of basic questions. What do you do for a living? But on here on the internet, you're not talking to a stranger on your phone that you don't know. You have access to information, and I don't know why people don't look it up. You know what? There's nothing drives me more crazy than people send me a message on Facebook to be my, you know, I want to be your friend. I looked at your profile, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever, you didn't even look at my profile. Like, it's obvious. But I don't know why people don't do that. Why they make contact with a person before they go and look that person up. Go on Facebook, look up their profile. See what it is that they have on their profile. Do they share their website? Are they an online marketer? Are they involved in a network marketing business? Maybe they're not involved in anything. Maybe they only use it for family and friends. You can tell a lot about a person from their profile. Now, not everybody puts much on their profile, but there's usually a little bit of information like where they live. You know, I see you live in such and such. How is it there? How's the weather there? But basically, I know that you've taken Steve's colors course, not course, but the webinar he does on the colors of personality. And, you know, it's that same thing, those basic questions. What do you do for a living? Do you like that job? You know, Val's favorite question and all the guys at the Legends Network is, are you still looking to monetize the internet? If you want to introduce your business to someone, there's an open-ended question. Are you still looking to monetize the internet? Are you making money on the internet? Let's face it, Tamara, are we not connecting with people on the internet? And so aren't some of the questions we want to ask, you know, do you have a business? Are you marketing a business on the internet? What are you doing? How's it going? Is it successful? Do you use the products? What are the products? Just keep asking questions about the business. Now, people are going to say, well, why would I want to ask them questions about their business? They're going to think I'm interested in their business. And I'm going to tell them that, no, you want them to think you're interested in them. If they're in a successful business, great, maybe they have something to teach you. You're not there to sign them up in yours. You're there to learn more about them. Your job as an internet marketer is to learn about your prospect, learn what they need, what are they looking for. You're connecting with them on the internet. Now it depends where you're connecting with them, what social network, what, how did you connect with this person? If it's somebody that's in internet marketing, the conversation really becomes simple, don't you think? What do you think, Tamara? If you think of it that way, you're connecting with someone on the internet, chances are they're doing business or want to do business or they want to make money. We know that 97% of the people are not making money. That's a pretty open market. There's a lot of questions to ask. Are you looking to monetize the internet? Do you have a business? Are you making money? Can I help you? How can I help you? What is it that you're looking for? Do you have the tools? What kind of tools are you using? What have you done in the past? What systems have you used? What have you learned? Where have you advertised? Most often, they don't do anything. Well, I joined this program, it didn't work. So it's about getting to know that person for two reasons. Number one, find out what they're doing. Are they even interested in doing business? Number two, do you really want to work with this person? I'm going to give you some advice here. Go find people that you really want to work with. And you see this lady here doing this hangout, this Tamara Trowbridge. This is somebody I want to work with, and I think she's somebody that you all want to work with that are watching this call, because trust me, this gal is a leader. She has a heart that is so big, and that's important in this business, and she really does care about you. So there, that's what can I say, Tamara? You know what? If I didn't know you, I'd want to come and do business with you, because you're the kind of person that makes this internet a good place to be.
No, thank you. I really appreciate that, because that's, being able to be who I am and be myself and connecting with people, that's all I want to do. I've been so sheltered from that all my life, and it was now I'm getting my great guys mixed up. Either Zig Ziglar. If you help enough people get what they want, then you will have what you want. And so that's all I want to do, is just reach out there and help people. Because now, up until this point, it was about, I got to sell a product, I got to sell the product, I got to make money, I got to make money, to now wanting to help that person heal their inner child and give them mentoring and encouragement and inspiration. And on my blog, it even says, I want to inspire people. I want people to come up to me and say, because of you, I did not quit. And I have that quote on as my, so you can sign up for my newsletter, because that's just so true. That's what I want to do. I just want to inspire people. And I hope that I do. With me coming out and, when everyone says, hey, it's time, and, the teacher comes in front of you, this is it. This is my teacher. This is my mentor. So, you're going to get the best of both worlds. If you join my team, you got the best of both worlds here, because I got to applaud you, sweetie. I'm so glad that you saw that in me, and that you took that interest in me and nurtured me along, and still boot me every now and again, and, and just make me realize that I do have a lot to offer. And I'm telling you, this Morning Motivator this week has really opened that up for me, and I just can't thank you enough for that. I just really cannot.
Well, thank you, Tamara. I appreciate you. You know a lot to me, and I enjoy working with you, and I'm looking forward to many more years of working together and growing and helping so many people around the world to really change their lives.
Excellent. I look forward to us getting our get-together and be able to actually sit side by side and give you that hug, 4 hugs a minimum. So I want to thank you for taking the time to be on my Hangout. I'm so excited. Now I do want to talk a little bit about, since top of the hour, we have another call coming up. So as I mentioned, you are a legend in the Legends Network. You really never really discussed how you got in that. So do you want to lead how you got into the Legends? And let's go ahead and close this out and invite my readers to the call.
Well, I'd be happy to. Thank you, Tamara. It was back in March that I was approached by Val Smith. He actually approached me on Facebook and said, I'm putting together this new program, and I'm interviewing people for the back office, and I'd love to interview you. And, initially I thought, no, I don't know, and I didn't say no, okay? I just thought about it, and I thought, well, boom, give your head a shake, damn it, like, dude. So I said yes, I would love to be interviewed, and I knew nothing about the program, and I got signed up in the program and just was there, wasn't really doing much with it. And my interview, we did the interview, it was phenomenal, and then I started paying attention, because that's what happens, right? You join something, it really wasn't on my radar at the time. I didn't have time to really give this much attention. So we did the interview, I was in the system, told a few people, kind of just left it there. And then I started paying attention. I attended a webinar, I saw what was going on, I experienced it firsthand with Val, and I saw what they're building, and I saw their vision. And I got excited for many reasons, because I do my morning motivator call, I do what I can to help inspire and motivate people. I do a lot here on the internet, I do a lot for people, but I don't do it all. I don't have all those skills. Like anyone, I'm good at certain things, but I'm not good at everything. And when I saw the interviews that were there and the information that was shared and how different it was from everything else I'd seen, because it wasn't like anything else I'd experienced before as far as interviews go, I was really impressed. And then I experienced the pay plan, and I really saw it when Val did the presentation, and I remember sitting there thinking, did I just see that? I'm an accountant. In my past life, before internet marketing, I was an accountant. I was a controller for a company. I ran the company, and I looked at this and thought, this is insane. And so I started putting a plan together to really include the Legends Network into what we're doing, because I feel it's very important. People buy books all the time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stop buying books. But what I like is that while I'm here doing my work and doing my posting and the things that are mechanical, I can be listening to an interview in the background, and wow, do I ever pick tidbits out there. Don's been listening to some of the interviews. He said, that $55 a month that we pay as a member, that's the information that's available back there is worth 10, 20 times more of that. It's unbelievable what you have. And you're only paying $55 a month. I thought that was great. With the pay plan, the information, this was exciting. I was 100% on board with the Legends Network. It couldn't get any better than that. Could it? Yeah. Leave it to Val to pull a rabbit out of his hat and add TLN destinations. And when I first heard that they were looking to add a travel package, I was just like, I don't know about you, but I was like, oh, here we go again. Not sure I'm crazy about this, until we had Sean on the call the other night, and he talked about what this is. Okay, this is no travel package like any of you have ever been seeing before. Like, I don't want to mention names. There's some travel companies out there that you guys are involved in. You're doing great in it. You love it. Awesome. I am going to encourage you to actually come and look at this, because I think it's 10 times more awesome. Unlike anything I've seen before, not going to let the cat out of the bag, because as far as I'm concerned, they all need to come to the hangout at top of the hour and learn about it firsthand, because and come to the calls. There's calls 4 times a day. That's the beauty of this business. You get to learn from the legends in the industry, including me. I was very honored to be interviewed. There's many interviews back there, and Val's adding 3 or 4 a month. Really looking forward to the one with Suzanne Jorgensen. Sorry, Suzanne. She's a friend of mine that I met on the Marketers Cruise a few years ago, and she's a breast cancer survivor, and she has quite a story to tell. And Val's going to be interviewing her on Friday, so I can't wait to hear that interview. It's going to be so inspiring, and I know it's just going to really help take us places, and that's what this business is all about. As far as I'm concerned, TLN Destinations it took the Legends Network and turned it on its heels. It just made it the best there is out there. I don't have to change anything I'm doing. It just got better. It's not like I have to invest more money. I don't have to do anything different. I simply continue to spread the word. TLN does all the work for me. Val does all the live calls. I just have to invite my best friends to come and learn more how they can live the Legends lifestyle. So I know that we're all excited about living the Legends lifestyle, and I want to invite everyone who's on this call, listening to the replay. Tamara's going to have information down there on where you can find all that information about Legends Network, Contact List Builder, Morning Motivator, and just ask Aunt Tam. And remember, don't ever be afraid to ask Aunt Tam. She's as sweet and gentle as it can be, and she will help you get where you need to get. Thank you again for this opportunity, Tamara. I look forward to coming back again.
Well, I thank you, Janet, for being here. I'm just, like you said, a lot of people need validation, edification. Okay, this is my kudos one, because from this moment forward, I know whatever I do, I don't need to have that validation anymore. This is it. This is you being here with me and being my legend and my mentor, my friend, best friend. I just love you to death, and I look forward to meeting you face to face and working with you for many more years to come too. Mwah. So you have a great day, and we will have to do this again soon. Bye.
See you guys soon, and we'll see you on the Legends call.
See you on the Legends call. Top of the hour. I will have information. Take care, everybody.
Bye for now.